Hello, hello, hello. Chat, are we here? Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome to Fresh Faces 3 Top 16. It's our first debuting match of Top 16 between Xalamance and ItzQuarkium, and joining me to commentate this is Fresh Faces 2 entrant, but someone who's blown up as a result of Bunter and Beginner Boot Camp, all-around lovely dude, nominee for Best Palindrome on the internet. It is Mr. Xalamance. Zat, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So, I don't think I've actually got to see you play any of these like FF3 settings before. What's your like opening in these?
To be honest, I haven't had a chance to. I've been so incredibly busy lately. But I played one the other day, and I think honestly, I still like my traditional opener of just dealing with death abuses really early, and then going from there, and then I think from there, looking and seeing like what tools do I have. Can I do anything early to get an early report? Because like I noticed that the reports are so incredibly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it almost it reminds me kind of like the older days of Rando a little bit.
Yeah, and as
Like
if they
before
could
we
hear
had a whole
you.
bunch of different. Yeah.
I was gonna say, as if they could hear you, they're both doing their standard death abuses.
This is definitely a nice one to get out of the way early. Like especially on beginner, because like you reach that point where like you get like 2 health ups, and this thing feels like it takes just an age.
Yeah. I have to move Quark's tracker real quick because it looks. I think he moved it after I cropped it, so let's see if that looks any better. Does that look better, chat? I love that you can kind of see the cropped out no in the bottom of Quark's stream at the tracker. It says no chat, so he's doing the nice thing and informing his viewers, but it looks very aggressive from the current cropping to just say no.
Or going into Halloween Town. Oh, they're both going. Man, they are equal mindset right now.
I know that Xalamance has lurked in, at least been somewhat active in the German racers chats. So it wouldn't be that surprising to me if these two like had practiced together and came to like similar strategies together.
Mm-hmm.
I swear the donation thing went off. Give me a second to Tiltify. Hello. Tiltify is informing me that we don't have any new donations, but that doesn't make any sense. Oh, we do. Okay, hang on. There we go. Yeah. We got a donation from I Was Here. Ruro, if we don't get a Yeeters scene soon, I'm going to have to make a cursed mod for Pooh. We already have a bunch of those, so... So, believe it or not, 100 Acre Wood has been cursed to oblivion. Yeah, Levels, Drives, and 100 Acre. None of them are dead early. It can be a little scary. Quark, by the way, leaving before doing the Candy Cane Lane fight.
An interesting choice.
Maybe saving the
maybe
defense
doesn't want the.
Go.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was like. Well, yeah, I was thinking probably the same wavelength. Like maybe the HP and defense, keeping them low on purpose.
Yeah, just so I don't even know what future death abuses you'd really want to do if you're Quark. Maybe like Twilight Town. Maybe what, Port Royal. Hollow Bastion seems a little ambitious. I guess Twilight Town could still be death abused if you really, really need to get there quickly, but nice money pouch here in OC, so they're not going to be starving for any items.
royal summons inside Santa's house.
So no DC split, at least for Xalamance. Our chopping block seed, it was notorious for the royal summons being obtained at the right or wrong time.
Yeah, I think that's commonly been my curse too. I'm just like, it's like, oh, proof on level 12, proof of connection.
Oh, here we go. Early
Oh,
levels proof is scary.
Especially because it's like, all right, what's next? Like,
Yeah.
you start getting to those moments where you're like, all right, I'm not even done with shotguns. Am I gonna have do I have to be concerned about a jet seed? Have we had many so far?
Have we had many what?
Like actual jet seeds? And
The chopping block was a jet
top-
seed. The chopping block was a seed where it was what? It was like Agrabah shotgun. 3 of them were in shock. I want to say TT1, Agrabah 1, maybe Pridelands 1, and then TR. Or no, it wasn't Pridelands. Pridelands didn't have a proof. It was like, I can't remember where the 4th one was. 3 of them were in like truly like shotguns, and then 1 was in Timeless River. But if you did Pridelands first, you got the Royal Summons pretty quickly. Beast Castle, thank you, Felix. Yeah. So
Magnet
it was
a
what was it?
Magnet
didn't even...
in TT1, yeah.
Oh, you're saying for this seed.
Yeah, for this seed. Yeah, sorry. Was, just being like, oh, this... So, it's interesting to see TT1 being done so early.
Yeah, with not great movement. Not that it's like a bad play, it's a lot of checks, but you usually want to do this when you have like great movement, but sometimes... Like, it is a lot of... And by the way, getting Magnet and Magnet Burst out of it is quite the reward for Quark here. Great crowd control now. But yeah, our chopping block had 3 or 4 people finishing under half an hour. Real time. So it was chaos to restream, but it was a lot of fun.
First peek into 100 Acre.
Ooh, free
Glide and
oh, wow.
That's second chance.
What are those back-to-back chests? Oh, wow. Now I understand. So Quark was going for the death abuse in TT1. I see. Trying to get smacked by the Dusks while they're upside down because they deal out multiple hits instead of just one. I don't know if this is the right play, but personally speaking, I like waiting for the creepers, because when they do the 3 sword swipes, I feel like that takes off a lot of damage, and very quickly.
I think it's like the gamble between consistency and just like lots of damage, because sometimes the Dusks will play nice and just pummel the snot out of you, and then but the creepers will consistently try to slash at you and get good damage in. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna steal that term of phrase from you. I'm now gonna say that someone's gonna pummel the snot out of you.
Flash step inside of the courtyard here.
Yeah, we've got some great abilities early on here.
Magnet burst, flash step, a magnet early. What was there? There was also a thunder in TT.
Yep. I find it a little interesting. This is now the second time I've seen it happen. Where someone does the station fight in Twilight Town, right? But then doesn't go to Yensid's... I think Panda Pyre also did it in his top 32 match. I'm wondering what the reasoning for that is. Because it is like 3 checks that are immediate, but maybe like the shadow fight you think will take a little too long with your tools, so you don't bother.
Like in Quark's case, I can kind of see it, because he didn't go out of his way to get those first starting early levels. So like he's still like, even though actually no, his magic stat's still really good for level 1.
Yeah.
But I think it's just more of the get the immediate checks out of the way and not deal with any actual like fights until they're ready to like do what they need to do. It's interesting to see them both. Pretty decent.
They're both doing the
mini push there. Yeah, it's like. Let's see.
Taking care of the boring escort mission before we can get to the fun stuff.
What I'm curious to see is when do the players go back to Beast Castle since the shotgun's already done, so like eventually you reach a point where like there's a good amount of checks that they're gonna want to get there.
Yeah.
At some point, because I noticed like I do it too. I'll admit I tend to forget that I did the shotgun and then go about my day trying to figure out how to speed up the shotgun, even though I did the shotgun. Because you get into that like routine of your shotguns. But
yeah, I know we highlighted it all the time, but like truly the biggest difference between like beginner and crit is that like on crit you don't really have to worry about saving your death abuses for later. So you're able to just prioritize your shotguns and then just move on. First report in Disney Castle, hinting quite a bit about Agrabah, which neither player has pushed into. But it has our mystery report, as well as a decent amount of tools, reflect and a magnet. So it's definitely
a shotgun. It always throws me off when I see.
Sorry?
It always throws me off when I see, like, still with these settings and seeing the double report and then having to remember, right, this has to be a thing.
Yeah.
At some point.
Can the wild hint be in saying this? Absolutely it can.
I do like this push into Hollow Bastion 1. Oh, and an ice cream. Right off the bat. Like, especially now that they have Magnet Burst and a magnet, like, it helps clean this up quite a bit to just make it a nice, easy, like, push. And get it out of the way. It's also nice early information, too.
Yeah, that Magnet Burst is going to take quick work of the,
We get to see some, old feet.
Oh, the high jump is too powerful.
It is so powerful right now.
I'm telling you, by the way, chat, it's not going to be done here. Xalamance is going to go into the waterway, and that number will not turn blue. I'm telling you. Yep. Give Xalamance 2 more nothings. Oh, wow. Lucky seed. Lucky seed. Able to, no, I've looks like I've fulfilled all my promises to future Pete. No more promise charm on future Pete.
Aww.
Holy shit. Look at this Hollow Bastion hint.
Simulated Twilight Time. Yeah.
Look at that unlock city. Membership card, TT3 access, OC2, and Halloween Tattoo access. That is 4 unlocks.
And a torn page?
Call it 5 unlocks, technically. Torn page is an unlock if you really think about it.
Is it the form of stonks? Is that how that works?
Yeah, something like that. We'll see. I mean, that's a lot of checks between TT3 and HB2 alone. So it's if I get like a limit form or a fire or a Trinity limit and like some extra glides, like I could see a hedge going into STT. It's always so tough to push through it though because it feels slow.
Speaking of fires and a glide, Pride Land's just, holding out. And another fire?
Oh, good lord.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh no is right. I've been so invested in the seat, I've completely forgotten to track where anyone got anything. Oh, no. Did we get once more in Bailey too? Oh my god. Or not in Bailey, but in HB1. Book, by the way, in chat saying that glides were going to be in Pride Lands, as if he were to manifest it. So I think for the next like 10 minutes here, both races will kind of like trek over what the other has already done.
Order the ancestors.
Finishing leap.
And do we have any LOD enjoyers in chat?
I'm sure we have a few. I suspect that if either player is going to go to LOD, they'd probably make a pit stop in Agrabah first and finish out that shotgun to see if they can't get that extra magnet.
Yeah, I'm expecting an Agrabah at some point too. Because, like, if you think about it, like you have magnet reflect in there, lots of information. If they decide if the reflect is early enough, it makes Twin Lords also easy.
Yeah, both of them having collected at least one additional glide to make this area a bit faster now too.
I always wonder sometimes if they can just hear us. Like immediately, if they talk about Agrabah, they go to Agrabah. Money pouch.
We now have both money pouches, so we are not going to be poor at all. We're. I don't actually know if Flare Force was in the shop or not. Let me just double check.
Finally getting to see. We finally get to see some SP. Promise Charm. Base Paranoids holding a shotgun, holding Promise Charm. That's a little interesting.
Xalamance has some really cool color mods here for Space Paranoids. This red sword is looking really.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like a sword. I was almost like, is he in Valor form?
Or it's like orange Tron, and then with a purple Goofy or something. Oh my god, was that Promise Charm on the first chest? Oh god.
Yes, it was the first chest.
Oh dear lord. Okay, nice job, Xalamance. Making sure that we hit the right...
You worried me a little bit there. Agrabah's been kind of stingy so far.
Yeah, seriously, we're already like through the largest density of our checks, and still nothing. Well,
oh, there's the reply. All right, they're pretty well off on magic right now. We have at least one of everything that's important. No offense to Cure, but so realistically, it's like they're not locked out of Agrabah 2 outside of, you know, access. Like, like they don't have to go hunting for magic if it's something. Hopefully the Torn. I mean, I can hope the Torn page is required, right? I want to see some Yeet.
I think you and everyone in chat. I think that in chat we've been begging for a seed that has like a deep 100-acre push. Promise Charm was in Space Paranoids, not TR.
Let's see.
Yeah, so Quark is, I think, chasing this for multiple reasons. That extra magnet would be insanely helpful, and if we can somehow get 2 reports out of this push, it's absolutely worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you're Quark, and you have this STT hint, which Xalamance, I think, is about to get, if you get a hint for Hollow Bastion or Twilight Town, you feel ahead, right? Because you got the hint of where the unlock is, and you have pushed through all of HB1 and most of TT1, and you already have TT2 access. So I can totally understand committing to this at least all the way through the first visit in the hopes that you get the double report. And if you get the magnet, you're really prepped for like an OC or LOD push if you absolutely need to make it. Yeah, between them, they only have 2 hints, everybody. They only have the STT and Agrabah hint. They both have the same information for now.
I am a little surprised that we have not seen any forms.
That scares me, because Forms is not dead either.
Nope.
So...
Forms haven't been hinted there yet so far. There's nothing on our boards. It's not dead. You're just... I get to this point in this, like getting to the end of my shotgun, and I go, I have no forms, and Forms not dead. I'm a little concerned, because that's just such a time sink sometimes when you have to start going into these worlds where you would want to use forms to get the form levels.
Right. Yeah, especially because we're, like, TT1 push is a scary push to make sometimes because it is just the nicest place to get your final levels. The fact that we have no forms. I don't even think the players have... The players do have Flare Force, by the way. It was on a staff in Pride Lands. I don't believe any of them have Light and Darkness.
The Thorn Pages? Oh, that base Paranoids has been revealed. What do we got? Wow. All right.
Oh, we got the mystery hint. I see. Okay.
Yep, we got the mystery hint. It shows that Space Paranoids is pretty much just go get your report and you're done. So,
which I suspect is still possible. Yeah, Quark immediately leaving, saying, "I'm gonna go." I'm assuming we're pushing this. Oh well, he doesn't know how deep the Promise Charm is. I was wondering, like, if he gets Promise Charm, is he gonna continue in Space Paranoids? Just to get that extra hint.
He's gonna get right here and be like, oh, okay. Makes me curious on where he might go from here.
He's set up Agrabah 1, he's set up Space Paranoids 1, and he's not even grabbing the other check, so that makes me think we're doing Space Paranoids 1. I suspect that if we're Quark, we're doing SP1 into Agrabah 1 into Pride Lands 1.
I could also see him going SP1, Agrabah 1 into BC.
Oh, that's right. He has not really done that shotgun yet either.
Yeah.
Did he just skip past that chest, or was it open? I missed it.
No, he got the...
Oh, okay.
Where you going, buddy?
Quark did not finish AG1, for the record, so we don't know if it's an AG2 seed yet or not. We did the treasure room, and then we left. I'm not even sure, did we do treasure room, or did we just do Casmo challenges? I can't quite tell what that says.
He did treasure room, because that's where mystery report was.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to cement myself into being wrong again. Using an experience boost, I don't know where we got that. We got an experience boost in Agrabah. So in the Agrabah shotgun, we got an experience boost. Level's still not blue at level 25, so I suspect Quark is going to try to finish this out until we get our levels blue.
I'm a little concerned about how much damage he's taking. But...
Yeah, me too. Interesting that if you were going to go for the... Okay, we're just done here. That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you were going to go with a magnet strategy, I'm curious as to why not finish out Agrabah first to get the magnet, but I guess also you want the extra stats for Twin Lords, which makes sense.
I think it's probably also one of those things with with the report, the other report probably, actually being on the boss. He doesn't want to gamble the magnet either.
Yeah. By the way, Quark's skipping chess. Admittedly, he knows it's just the report, but like we might have like an extra glide or an ability here. But Quark says, "I don't care. I need information. Everything else is secondary." I haven't seen too much of this, but I respect it. Like it's like, all right, brass tacks. What am I doing here?
Yeah, I feel like, especially with where his movement's at, I would have been still checking chess for movement, but
yeah, our movement's not great.
Like, I'd be very happy if the game had been like, "Hey, here, have an aerial dodge," and I would have been like, "Okay, cool. Now I can skip chess for a little bit." But nice, speedy, hostile. Get the Twilight Town's been revealed.
Doesn't look like it has anything too important, from what I can see. Thunder and Reflect. And you already have one each.
And there's the Agrippa. Oh, we finally get some Beast Castle. Hey.
BC, you say we're finally getting some Beast Castle, but Beast Castle is giving you nothing. There's something of nothing here. There's nothing here that has been even remote. Well, I spoke too soon. All right, there's your form that you were talking about. It's like the game was like, we can't let him get away with this.
Also, limit form, real handy, especially because now we speed up STT a ton.
Yeah. We speed up everything a ton with limit form.
True. I am indeed a limit form enjoyer. Oh,
there's that magnet.
Oh, hey, the magnet. Clutch magnet from Twin Lords. Then we get to see the next hint. Port Royal.
That's an interesting hint. That's quite the world to just take off the board.
That's so much time saved not having to push that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, yeah, they have they would have had the magic to push it fairly easily. Like, no minute fight, no boat sequence. Like, the whole first visit feels like it just takes forever.
Yeah, the minute fight really just, it's so awkward because the minute fight is really only justifiable in my eyes if you know that it's required or if you can like manage to get some decent levels or form levels in the process, right? Because it just otherwise feels like a lot of dead time sunk into this minute fight where you're really not doing much of anything to progress other than PR1.
We got a push going towards Scar.
Well, you were asking where the forms were.
Oh. Well,
I think we found our answer. I think we found our answer on where the forms were.
That's actually kind of scary, realistically.
Oh my god!
Beast. Oh my
Holy
god!
Cow.
So, this gets really scary because if our last proof is on forms, Xalamance is like super far ahead if he capitalizes on it.
Yeah, we'll see what hints. Admittedly, Quark has been able to kind of cut down on a lot of worlds here. And getting the Beast Castle hint right away, so we know where he's headed.
Double proof Beast Castle?
Oh shit!
Shit.
Oh, and it's a self-unlocking Beast Castle! It's a self-unlocking Beast Castle! It's over! We are going to see the end of the seed here. There it is! In the oh god, here we go. We're done. I just saw it on the fucking Potts escort in the bottom left corner. Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my.
That went from 0 to 100 real quick. Can you imagine if even one of these racers decided to do BC slightly earlier? Like...
I lose these to Bob, 100%.
So Xalamance, by the way, trying to get through, trying to get out of the world by going to Beast. It makes sense. I will say it is slightly faster to just return to the room past Threshold, or like the dungeon area. But this should be quick enough as well.
I love the colors he has on some of these worlds. It was like, I was looking at Beast and the freaking like teal cape and everything.
So, is there any tool that Quark managed to get from some of the, he has an extra thunder, he has... I think an extra magnet. But that's...
I think the magnet's gonna be pretty... The magnet's gonna be kind of big. For the early part of, the stats. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on how much they, like... You could save a little bit of time on stats, I guess.
I think that we'll just go through the bulky vendors once, and that'll put our stats probably in the mid to high 30s. Hopefully higher. We might also find out what's on levels here, because we're pushing levels very, very quickly here. I'll be making note of when everyone enters final fights. This is as close to a jet seat as I think we're gonna get. I think since we've entered the 1v1 stages, this has been the most jetty seed that we've seen.
A glide on 32.
Oh my god, level 36 and we're not... 37, still not done. Okay, so we entered final fights at 29:17 for Xalamance, loadless. So, I think that Quark is actually gonna grab this proof and then bolt for the exit and enter like maybe not even a minute behind Xalamance. Okay. Are we gonna finish the escort or are we gonna grab the proof and then dip? Yep, there's the, okay, so we're doing the same thing. Fun fact, you can leave this, by the way. You can leave the escort mission.
My brain would have been bolting for the back. Like, I'm going back.
Yeah. I think that Quark paused and thought about leaving, but the problem is if you don't know if you can leave, that's such a huge time waste to start the minigame over. So I respect that, like, insurance policy of just finishing out the minigame, because then you're in a situation where you're more familiar with what to do next.
Mm-hmm.
And Quark not even wasting time on items. I don't know if we purchased any. I don't know what our item situation is looking like, but we are also going to get some extra stats.
Did Xalamance buy items either?
Yes, Xalamance bought 21 ethers.
Okay.
So now Quark, by the way, also crossing the ceiling for Final Xemnas magic stat. Our strength stat is still pretty bad for Quark.
I just realized the difference in load list, too.
Yeah. Quark is going to be entering Final Xemnas about a minute behind. Xalamance entered Final Fights at 29:17.
Final form on, what was that, 39?
Oh, wait, that's an insane find for Quark, because that's something that you can use for the mobs here. Oh, what a find.
The magnet and the final... Oh, that's so... That's... Oh.
I will get to that donation momentarily, but we entered Final Fights at 30:23 for Quark. So Quark is a minute 6 behind, but that means that we are in potential Dome Diff territory here, because that's a 90-second cutscene. So we are well within execution territory. What a way to kick off top 16.
And we did get a donation. We got a donation from Hazrock36 of $25. Thank you so much, Hazrock, for the donation with the message. Reminder to always do your shotguns. I think these two did their shotguns. I mean, they didn't do the BC shotgun, so to speak, but for the most part, I don't see any, like, egregiously missed shotguns here. Quark did not get the Glide or Second Chance in 100 Acre, which is, like, the only... And I don't think Xalamance ever entered LOD.
Nope.
So, maybe it is a good reminder. Just do your shotguns. Oh, also, I need to update the fact that Quark does indeed have all the other proofs. Don't forget, we will have a giveaway at the end of today, so please consider donating if you would like to enter a chance to win some Kingdom Hearts games or a Floating Grip gift card. What were you going to say, Zad? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I was thinking about like the dynamic between how both of these players pushed very differently, but ended in the same result. Like you had Quark who was really pushing those reports like super hard, and then Xalamance was like, we're gonna just play it off kind of like a traditional like get shotguns done, do what feels right kind of bit.
Yeah. So we are done with Armored 1 at 33-32. Final Form helped tremendously with this mob fight here. What an insane pickup. Quark, by the way, if he would have gotten any other hint in Pride Lands, I think could have potentially swayed the outcome.
The extra magnet also did quite a bit of work too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting to see the use of Valor form there.
Nice clip with the reflect there. I think Quark, because of that final form and like great timings with the Valor form and reflects, has actually now caught up and taken the lead here, ending Armored Xemnas 1 at 33-10. So about a 20-second difference between Quark and Xalamance now going into the next phase. Oh, just one hit off from Xalamance there. Yeah. Got to be careful here. Those lasers are very punishing, maybe too punishing. We're going for fast buildings for Xalamance. This is going to be a little scary. Move away. Nicely done!
Ooh.
Nice deviation to push a little bit to the left to ensure that he didn't get hit by the other building, and that he made it to the top building in time. Okay. And we're going for fast building on Quark's side too. Building. Come on. Oh wow! Nice get. A nice finish from Xalamance. What were you gonna say?
It's interesting how far right a lot of players go when they're doing fast building. I wonder if it's just a depth perception thing on like the nice finish on Armored 2. Rough start over for Xalamance on the dance. So.
We're recovering nicely though, I think.
Yeah, we're good. We're chilling. Oh,
nice reflect to not get hit by the orb. So Quark now has about a 30-second lead over Xalamance.
Riku with a glorious save right there. We're in laser phase on Quark's side.
So if Quark gets dome skip, it's over.
Ooh.
It doesn't look like the reflect quite connected.
No.
Okay, I think that connected. I think this is it. And GG's to
And
Quarkium.
GG's the Quark. Oh,
I think Xalamance will be right behind. Oh, wow.
And-
Two beautiful
Nice
back-to-back
clean.
dome skips. What an insane race. Holy shit. Oh my god. Can you imagine finishing under 40 minutes real time and recognizing that you're playing like one of the few people that could potentially beat you in that situation? Oh my god. Both players do not have a single 4 as their first digit in the timer. Like, this is just going to show, like, the top 16 is so fucking talented. It's so unbelievably talented this year.
I like that neither player cracked under the pressure of like how fast the seed ended up becoming either. Like they were both of their final fights were just very clean, very well executed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if not for that last-minute final form, this would have been even closer. Because using that final form for the mob fights, I think, is what helped Quark really gain back some ground against Xalamance, right? Because remember, Quark went in like about a minute behind on Loadless. That mob fight is so unpredictable in Engine Core, so that final form, combined with the extra magnet, as you pointed out, is just so insane.
And it was only a 1-level difference. Like Xalamance like killed a couple mobs in Engine Core and hit 38. So he was just 1 level off of having that final form.
Yeah, that's what an insane race. I'm just at a loss for words that like this is the level of talent that Fresh Faces is bringing at this stage. Keep in mind, we still have 4 more stages. We have top 8, top 4, or I guess this stage, if I'm counting this one, we have 3 more stages. This is insane.
And like you were saying, this is the first race out of this entire out of the
First
top
race,
16
yeah.
is this?
Welcome to the top 16. Not even an hour later, both racers are done. Oh man. I would love to know where our other forms were at. I know that Light and Darkness was an OC. Final Form proper was level 39, obviously. Wisdom Form was on Proof of Peace check in Hollow Bastion. And our Master Form was in the Hollow Bastion post-turn. So we had 2 double form worlds here. Yeah, Quark going through the seed.
They had to do STT to get those forms too.
Oh, holy shit, you're right. That's a little fucked up. Yeah, what an insane seed. I'm not even sure if it's worth going through all the reports because like they didn't really ever need it. It is kind of crazy that one report that Quark got, like Quark was playing incredibly well. Don't get me wrong. But I think if that report, say, hinted, like, Olympus Coliseum, even, or, like, let's say Disney Castle, it hints Disney Castle, I think that, like, there's a chance that Quark goes for something like an OC or a Halloween Town, because keep in mind, he hadn't even finished the shotgun in Halloween Town. So, like, if not for the hint in BC, I think that this would have been in the bag for Xalamance. So what a sequence of events for Quark to keep this incredibly interesting. It was interesting already, but like, oh man, I was out of my seat.
I think the funniest part was like, we saw the Proof of Peace, and then immediately looked over at the hint, saw the hint, and went, oh no. Like, you're just like, alright, cool. Like, as a racer, how do you process that kind of information when you all of a sudden you see just double proof here and you're like, what if my opponent's already been here? Like, oh no. Like, it's like you're like, alright, well, I gotta go now. Bye.
If I'm Quark, by the way, full-blown panic. Like, I would not handle it as well as Quark did. I would have panicked and been like, I'm so fucking done. There's no way my opponent didn't push BC. Like, if both of these are in the West Hall, I'm screwed. No, but just incredible composure, like you said, to both racers. That was an insane performance. Clearly demoing they belong here. But with that, GG's to Quarkium, or ItzQuarkium, for being our first entrant into the quarterfinals. And GG's to Xalamance, truly fantastic player. Loved having him around. I hope it's not the end of his presence in the KH2 randomizer event. Chiming in with the blah. Chiming in with the blah. Xalamance, you played incredibly well. You beat a lot of players. Unfortunately, Quark just got the Beast Castle hint in time with a final form usage for final fights. But yeah, incredible stuff. We will probably take a break before our next match, which is Brandon Glovich versus Mississippi Scotty, or MS Scotty. But before we do, I do want to give my lovely co-commentator a chance to talk about the seed some more, give any final thoughts, shout himself out, what he's up to, where you can find him. Mr. Xalamance, the floor is yours.
Oh, geez, you put me on the spot here. Honestly, there's not a lot less like to talk about the seed. The seed was very short, so like a lot of things could easily have just gone wrong. Like all it would have taken is just one person like looking at a different hint somewhere else and being like, I need to go do this. Like, could you imagine not pushing past wardrobe, for example? Like, you know, there's a lot of people who won't push past wardrobe
100%.
Early on in the seed, and so they could have just been like, they could have left there and then been like, I have limit form, I have to go do STT, and then just snowball in the wrong direction. But like overall, I think they all, like, all the decision making was on point. Like, it was very interesting to see like the different strategies that are going through these players' minds. But like right now, I'm currently on like a KH hiatus, though I will be coming back soon with a very silly controller to do KH stuff with it. If you aren't familiar, I'm going to be playing, coming back playing with the Junk Food Arcade's Swirl, which is the silliest arcade stick that I think I've ever owned. So, and then you guys can find me on twitch.tv/Xalamance if I do ever end up streaming, which I think mostly will end up being fighting games, unless I have to, like, I don't know. I don't stream KH as much, like, really. So.
Totally fine. Whether you stream it or not, we're very honored to have you in the community. Mr. Xalamance, thank you for joining me on such short notice. Much appreciated.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And now that Xalamance is no longer in the commentary booth, the quality of the stream has gone down 99% in value. Everybody scatter, and this time actually scatter for real, because we are going to go into a raid for a quick break. But we'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern for Brandon Glovich versus Mississippi Scotty. Y'all, what an insane debut to top 16. Two very talented players, Xalamance and Quark. I'm telling you, the matches are only going to get closer from what you saw in top 32. And top 32 was already a nail biter. Like, I have no nails left. I've bit them all off. I don't know what I'm going to bite next. I'm going to have to, like, buy a human chew toy or something, because this is... I have no nails left to bite. Yeah, incredible stuff. Thank you to Xalamance and Quark for an incredible race and for participating. It always hurts to see one more player leave the scene, but hopefully not, or leave Fresh Faces, but hopefully not the scene in its entirety. Would love to see both of them continue in the KH2 rando community. But with that, time to give some credit where credit is due, and we'll find you a place to go raid to. 07.